Okay, back to recording. Okay, now, thank you, Jesus. Anyways, now let's get started. So we went over that we should be following Pam and Mike Patello and also Mark Pentecost. So if you guys have any new distributors that is on the team that maybe is not on this call right now, they need to make sure that they have been following those people, because that's going to keep them involved on what's going on in the corporate world. And that's going to kind of help save you on training them as far as that's concerned when somebody announces something big like the bonuses coming back. As far as motivating people, we were talking about earlier that you cannot motivate people. There is people in this business that will come along that just blow it out of the water. They go and they run and they don't need any help, it feels like. But 90% of the people feel like they need motivation, and they're not going to get that by you, if that makes sense. You have to be able to inspire them. Pam has always told me that you can't motivate other people. You just cannot do it. You can only motivate yourself. So if you feel like you're not able to motivate yourself, then you need to find a way to motivate yourself, whether it's through YouTube videos with motivational videos that's going to help you. Reading, take some time away and read. Take some quiet time to yourself and figure out and focus on what your why is, and find things that's going to motivate you. Maybe get your dream board back up. I know I had made a dream board a couple years ago and kind of stuffed it away and wasn't looking at it, and I was so discouraged, and I put that thing back up on the wall, and I look at it every day now, and I know what I'm working for, so it keeps me motivated. The only way you can inspire people is by leading by example. Whether you have one person on your team, you have 0 on your team, you have to lead by example, and you have to inspire people even before they come into the business. And that's by telling your story, letting them know where you're coming from. I tell about me going through the foreclosure process and our power bill being cut off, and our water. I tell people those stories so that they can relate to me. So don't feel ashamed about where you're at in life. Let them know that, I might be going through this right now, but this is where I'm going. So just make sure that you are real and honest with people. Don't tell them, hey, I make thousands of dollars a month, when maybe you really don't and you're still struggling. Let them see the real you, and let them know that there's hope in this business. If you're not ready to tell people what you're going through right now, then find things that are relatable. There are stories all the time on Facebook. Follow those leaders and share those stories, because I can guarantee you people are going to be able to relate to some type of story. I know I can. That's the way I get motivated. I look and I find things that's going to help me. So I do encourage that. Another thing is, let's say you're not motivated anymore. Let's say you've kind of got into a funk and you're not getting anywhere. You feel like nothing's happening. What you need to do is you need to get a rap on somebody. You need to either rap yourself and show your results and get excited about it and share that with people on your Facebook and your Instagram. And you need to find somebody that you can put a rap on, because if you're not rapping people, that's where the sauce is in the company, is the rap. Sure, not everybody wants a rap, but Pam has always told me that when your business is at an all-time low and nothing's happening, you got to find somebody to put that rap on, because that's going to get you your next loyal customer. That's going to get you excited to go and find somebody else that's going to be your next rock star. So if you're at that time in your business where you feel like nothing's happening and you've been in for a while and you're in a slump, find people to get that rap on. They are out there. Another thing I feel like, as far as some people is concerned, is they get so wound up in all the skepticism and they get so discouraged by it. I mean, I know that you guys probably see it all the time. I know last year there was a big cahoots about a video going on that was like bashing the It Works wraps and things, and people get so skeptical about our company. And this is something that I learned on one of our videos we watched yesterday for our 90-day push, if you're in there, is most people do not have the brain cell to understand our app. They just don't. Not trying to be mean, but they just can't comprehend it. Because if somebody came to me 3 years ago and said, I have a wrap that's going to tighten, tone, and firm your skin in as little as 45 minutes, I would laugh at them, because I was like, there's no way that can happen, because we don't have a brain cell to comprehend it. And that's something that Pam Souter has always said. So Embrace that and just laugh it off and show them that it does work. And if they're not ready, then continue building that relationship with them. You're not going to turn every skeptic, but I can guarantee you 95% of the people that I have on my team, they were skeptics before they signed. Think about your time right before you joined. Was you skeptical about this company? I mean, more than likely you was. So you can't get offended when somebody isn't ready to jump right on board and be a loyal customer right away or a distributor right away, because you, in fact, was skeptical too before you joined. All you can do is just laugh it off. Now, another thing is that was talked about on the video last night that really got to me is Pam Souter has told probably about 99% of the leaders in the company when they say, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know why I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like my business isn't going anywhere. She literally will tell you, if you go up to her, she will tell you to just get over yourself. You are what is holding you back. I want you to take a reality check for yourself for a second and really think about yourself and say, am I where I want to be in this company? Have I given it my all? Do I let fear of blitzing that next person in line hold me back? Am I scared to reach out and message people because that person's going to tell me no? Does this person really need it? Does this person really want to be on my team? They have it all together. They don't need this. What you're doing is you're talking yourself out of it, and you're putting yourself in a position where you're holding yourself back and you are not being able to show what you are capable of. But you're also putting a damper on the people that could be your next rock star because you're letting yourself get in the way. So the next time you feel fearful of giving a blitz card to somebody, just do it, because that is God telling you that's your next rock star. Whether they sign right then and there or they sign 2 years later, there's a reason why God wants you to give them that blitz card. So give it. That could be their opportunity. You don't know. You cannot look at by the way they look and assume that they don't need it, or that this isn't an outlet for them to get out of. We don't know their back history or what they're going through on a daily basis. So remember that and just get over yourself. That's something that I've had to do this year alone, is just get over myself. Let's see. Another thing that I think that we need to discuss is when we're talking to our potentials and our whether that's a loyal customer or being a distributor. I know a lot of you guys, I've looked at your messages in the past when you wanted me to give you some coaching, and you told me, I don't know why I'm not getting loyal customers. I don't know why I'm getting distributors. Either they ignore me, they don't open up my messages, they stop responding after I give them the info. They say they're going to sign and they never do. A lot of the time it has to do with your wording. If somebody comes to you and they say, I'm thinking about buying the box. I think I want a box of wraps. Can I go ahead and, can you tell me a little bit about it? The first thing you want to ask them, instead of going into the loyal customer program and tell them, oh, we got a box of wraps for $59. You can get it for $100 if you want to do retail, but I suggest you do $59 because you get a box of 4 wraps. They can tighten tone the front in as little as 45 minutes, and you got to drink your water and blah, 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 blah. When you do that, you are word vomiting on them. They are literally just going to run and probably not look at you again because you scared them away. I want you guys to look at your messages and see if you're doing that. And if you are, slow it down and only answer the question that was asked. So if they said, I'm interested in the wraps, can you tell me a little bit about them? Then what you should do is say, well, let me ask you first, what are your goals? Usually that's going to start up a conversation where they can tell you, maybe I want to lose weight. If they want to lose weight, they don't need our wraps. Our wraps are not going to help with weight loss. It's going to help with the tighten toning from the skin. But maybe they're confused and thought that the wraps were going to make them lose 20 pounds, and we know that's not true. So getting to know them and answering their question is going to help you get into a sale instead of trying to say, oh, it's $59. But you can get it for retail for $100, but I suggest you do $59, and they've got this referral link and blah, 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 blah. When you do that, that scares them away. So stop word vomiting and just answer the question they ask and follow it with the question. So let's say, for instance, they say, I think I want to tighten toning for my skin. Do you have something that's out there? So yeah, we have a box. We have an applicator, ultimate body applicator, also known as that crazy rat thing. Have you heard of it? It's going to lead them into asking you another question. Always lead it with a question. Answer the question and then ask one back to them. It's going to keep the conversation going. So keep that in mind when you are talking to your prospects. Don't feel like you have to tell them everything because they're asking you a question. Just answer it. A lot of times, this is an issue that I've been seeing a lot lately. It was something that I did, and I think you guys have to. I don't want you guys doing the same thing. When I first started signing a bunch of distributors, I went and made all these packets, and I went and spent all this money and printed all these charts and all this stuff, and then some of them are still sitting in my back office because I just wasted money on them because I assumed that they would make you successful, and that's not always the case. The company has everything in your back office for your distributor and for you. Why do you need to print out when it's already on there? I mean, it's right there. I mean, I can understand getting them a couple of things that they need. I think somebody's mic's on. Kristen, if you will.
Katie, somebody's mic is on. I'll look through and see, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just make sure that you don't overdo yourself with all this stuff.
What is that?
With your business in the process. So make sure that you're not putting all these packets together and spending so much time, bedazzling your stuff and getting all this stuff together where you're not working your business in the process. Keep it simple. The way we build our business is the steps to success. That is 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors and trying to duplicate that every single month. If you could do that 3 times, you would have diamond structure if you would just fill your steps to success out 3 times. Because that builds rubies. We're going to go over that in just a couple of minutes, but I think that, let's see.
Katie, you have a couple of them right now.
I have a lot? Okay.
You have a couple of the non-muted, which is Dolores.
Okay.
You just joined. Dolores, if you can mute your phone so Katie won't echo, that'd be great.
How do I do that?
Let's see here.
There was an option where I can mute. Here, I'll mute her. There you go. And then there's somebody on the iPhone. Let me mute. Okay. I think I got them all.
Okay, there's a number 19374814589. I don't know if that can be muted or not.
I don't think they can mute from the phones.
Okay. I think everybody's good now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Back to action. All right. Let's see. Something that I'm just going to leave it at this before we move on. Somebody said, if you, let's say you just are so into not being able to get anything, nothing's happening for you. If you could commit to something like, I'm going to get 10 Blitz cards out today, and I'm going to do this every single day. If you got that many people every single day and you gave out 10 Blitz cards for the whole week, that is 70 lives that you touched in a week. Think about what that could do for your business. If you can make goals every single day, whether it's giving a Blitz card out and you're gonna give out 5 Blitz cards this week. If you guys could do that and literally do that every single day, or you're going to message 10 people daily. If you message 10 people a day for 7 days, that's 70 people, right? Wait, yeah. So if you could just do that every single day, you're going to find people that want to go into your business. And so people ask me all the time, Katie, how did you go from executive rank and hit Ruby, Emerald, and Diamond in a month, like in a month and a half? How did you do that? And I don't think people are willing to do what I did. And that was literally messaging 20, 50, 80, 100 people daily until I found those rock stars. I know that Emily's on here, and me and Emily had talked about this before. There's a lady named Carrie that we watch on Periscope. And she said I forgot what the number was, but it was like they messaged like 1,000 people, and out of the 1,000 people, 100 responded. So if you guys would take the time to message daily and double your efforts, because Mark asked me last year at conference, he said, if you will double your efforts, I will double those good bonuses. Well, guess what, guys? He's doubled the good bonuses. And have you been doubling your efforts this year yet? Because if you haven't, that's probably your issue. Don't keep doing with the same thing over and over and over and nothing's happening. That's like a broken record. It's not going to change. You guys have to put in the effort and double it, triple it if you have to make it to where you are able to box yourself in and get yourself to your next promotion. I don't know about you guys, but I know there's a lot of people that's on our team that are going through some struggles. There's divorces going on right now. I've got some people that are going through domestic violence. I've got people that are losing their house. I've got people that doesn't have money for groceries this month. I've got people that have issues with their jobs, their kids. There's some issues with that. Like, there's people on this team, they all have a reason on why they joined. I want you guys to remember why you joined. And I want you to run full blast. I want you to rise up and go full blast with this, because you guys deserve to make this work. You guys deserve a bonus, whether it's $1,000, $2,000, $20,000. Think about what that could do for you and your family. I know personally for me, that $20,000 did a lot for us. I know that you guys deserve it. You just got to be willing to put in the effort. So when Mark tells you he's going to double your good bonuses, and you got 1 month to do it, you better double your efforts. So I think that everybody's capable that's on this call tonight. I do believe you guys are capable of doing it. I'm going to start touching base on, I asked Michelle Parker that's on here. I asked Kristen Presley, I asked Janie Loomis, asked Heather Plummer to give me some things that they wanted me to talk about tonight, and then I'm going to have them kind of come in and discuss some of the issues as well and what they would want you guys to know about. One of the issues is a lot of people wonder, how do you promote in the business? How do you get there? And I know the first stop for most people, they don't look at that executive rank. They look at the Ruby bonus. Because there's a Ruby bonus going on right now. So, tonight, when we get off this, I want you guys to go into your eSuite and print out your next rank chart. You will find those in the document section of your eSuite. This is the Ruby bonus, or the Ruby chart. And as you can see, there's 5 boxes. This is you. So we'll just say this is Dolores. Let's say this is Dolores, and Dolores is going for her Ruby bonus. Dolores is going to assign her mom. Well, we're going to write this out, guys. We're just going to say her sister. I'm just going to make up people. I don't even know if Dolores has a sister. Co-worker, her BFF, her husband, let's see, and her sister's friend. Let's see. All right, guys. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but we're going to say this is Dolores. Dolores, let's say she signs her sister up, and then her co-worker, her best friend signs. One of her people needs to have 2 people up underneath them. So let's say her sister signs up her husband and her friend. This gives you guys Ruby structure, which means you've now boxed yourself in for Ruby. It's very simple, but you have to reach out and find those people. I'm going to do a one-on-one charting with everybody because everybody's charts are a little bit different. But this is going to box you in for Ruby. We're going to go over the PV and the GV that you guys are seeing on your eSuite and the importance of it. Your PV is your personal volume, which means that's your auto shipment and any little customers that you have going on right now. That is what you get paid off of. The next thing down below it, you'll see GV. And GV is why the charts are so important, because if you guys pull out a chart and y'all look at it, you will see up underneath these people 400 GV, 400 GV, 400 GV, 400 GV. That GV is your personal volume added in to what your team your distributor's auto shipments and their loyal customers. That gives you 400 GV boxes. So you want to make sure that those people on your chart are in the 400 club. That is $400 in sales. So most people can get into the 400 club with 4 to 5 loyal customers. Do you guys think that if we got off here right now and I told you guys, give me 72 hours, go find your next 4 loyal customers, do you think that you could do that? Because I'm going to do, I know I talked to Chris, so we're going to do a little bit of an incentive tonight. So everybody that gets 4 loyal customers in their next 72 hours, starting after we get off here, and cashes them in, I will give you some kind of incentive for doing that. And I know that when I personally sign my distributors, I give them 72 hours to find those next 4 loyal customers, because when they first sign, they're excited. And this is something that you want to teach your new distributors when they join, to find those 4 loyal customers, because that's when your steps to success is. Up here, you need 4 loyal customers when you have somebody sign up. So, Kristen, you signed Kayla, right? So let's say this is Kayla, and Kayla signs her first 4 loyal customers. She's going to get $120 on free product. I mean, what I suggest my distributors do when they first sign is to get 2 boxes of wraps. And the reason being is because you're going to be able to cash those in and get your $120 free product, which is your 2 boxes of wraps, sell each wrap for $25, and you've made $200 in your pocket. I don't know about you guys, but I would like $200 right now. That's just me. $200 could go a long ways. So, and that's also going to give them the wrap rewards, which is for every 2 loyal customers for life, they get a box of wraps for $25. So when they sell those at their parties or on the go, that's $75 in profit. So basically, if they completed this step in their first 30 days, which I tell them 72 hours, because they're excited when they first start, and you want to motivate them to get their little customers on their own, they're going to get that 120. So when they sell that, that's $200 in their pocket, plus 75 and 75 from the wrap rewards. When they sell those wraps, that's $350 in just pocket cash, not counting your commissions that you made. Kristen, I think somebody else is not muted. If you'll mute them. I don't know what she's saying. Anyways, the next thing is the steps to success is this is what we do every single month. And if you guys do not have this printed out, it needs to be printed out somewhere. I'm sorry, Kristen?
The only one is Brittany Austin.
Brittany, mute yourself. Anyways, the next thing is your step 3. And if you guys will print this out, like I'm just going to show y'all something for a second. I'm going to turn this around. Y'all ignore my dirty room. Do y'all see this? I don't know if y'all see this, but this is my goal. Like I have a dream board set out in front of me, and my steps to success is hanging out over there. Like I can see it every day. But, I have those out to show you guys, or show me what I need to be working this month. If every one of you guys would print your steps to success out and hang it up and look at it every day, you guys will know what you need to accomplish before the end of the month. So let's say it's the 25th, and you've got your 3 up here, but you didn't finish your 4th loyal. You know you got 5 days left to get that in. So make sure that you guys have this hanging up and y'all know what y'all are looking at. You can get these on your eSuite. I know a lot of people ask me all the time, where do you get them? They're underneath your eSuite, underneath the document section. The next thing is step 3. And this is what we try to aim for every single month. And this is where you start making some money. Step 3 is to gather 3 customers. We try to do this every month. When you first start, you have 60 days. If you will gather 3 distributors that want to make some money with you, when you sign them and they get their 2 loyal customers, you're going to get $100 off them. So let's say you signed your 3 up, $100, $100, $100. That's $300 in your pocket for fast starts. $300 plus $350 up here is $650. Still not counting your commissions. So this is why I always say, try to duplicate this every month. You're going to make some money with it. And this sets you up for Ruby, because you need your 3 people, but one of those 3 people is going to find 2, which is a total of 5, which I showed you on your chart. That's going to give you Ruby structure. So Kristen told me that, and I know Janie said it, and Heather said it, and Michelle said it, that people have to understand the 400 Club. We're always shouting out that 400 Club because it is a big foundation of your business, and it is what holds you back from getting a promotion. So that's why it's so crucial to make sure that you're in it every month, especially when you're trying to get people to promote. Just make sure that that is a monthly goal for you, that you're sitting in that 400 Club. The reason being is, let's just look at Dolores' chart. We're going to say this is Dolores' again. Let's say her coworker has $398 in BV, but her best friend has $400, the friend has $400, and her husband has $400, but her coworker has $398 BV. Is Dolores going to promote? No, because everybody has to be in the 400 Club. So would that not make you mad if you didn't get your $1,000 Ruby bonus because you had 2 BV missing? I know it would for me. So it's crucial that you know what your team's doing. And Angel, why are you laughing at me? Okay. It's crucial to make sure that you know that everybody is in the 400 Club and really working towards that is their goal. When they first start out, I try to get my distributors in and into the 400 Club within their 2 weeks, and we are always able to hit it. So make sure that you are working with your team and really pushing them and giving them an incentive if they do get into the 400 Club. You can always do something with them to try to get there. So tonight I want you guys to really work. I'm going to do the whole, we got 10 minutes, y'all. I really want you guys to understand to work towards that. So I'm going to give you 72 hours tonight. If everybody's willing to do it, everybody that can get me 4 little customers tonight up underneath their name, I'm going to give you a little bit of an incentive. So I think y'all can do it. You got 72 hours to get that. So let's see if y'all guys can do that for me. Also, another thing is that I have decided to do, I know a lot of people haven't been able to do the 90-day push on the KM Wraps page that Brittany has going on, but what I've decided to do is for all our newbies and everybody that's on board on Diamonds in the Making, I'm going to do a 30-day push with you guys. It might consist of some things that Brittany has going on, but I want us to all push together. It is a team effort, and if you're wanting to promote, everybody on this entire Diamonds in the Making, if you're on this call tonight, you guys have to be willing to push together. Whether it's a sideline that's making no money off of you or not, we all have to come together as one and push together to make this happen. So I want us all to be able to have a fair shot, clean slate. We're going to start tomorrow, and we've got 30 days, and I want you guys to push with me. And I will give you 2, 3, or maybe 6 things to do each day. If you are already part of the 90-day push on KM Wraps, I want you guys to do that one instead and just turn that one in. Is your part, but everybody else that's not in it, you've got a fresh start tomorrow. There's no excuses. There's no, you have to run an auto shipment, nothing. This is just 30 days of constantly pushing to get yourself to your next promotion. If you're willing to do that, I can guarantee you guys will have $1,000, $2,000, or a $20,000 bonus with me. There's a couple things I want you guys to understand, that we need to start stepping out of our comfort zone. That was something that we talked about earlier with blitzing. But I also want you guys to step out and start messaging people that maybe you haven't talked to in a while, or you're scared because they told you no at one point. Still reach back out to them and talk to them and let them know, hey, I really think you would do amazing on my team. I'm building my dream team up, and you came to mind. I know you told me no before, but I really feel like something's telling me that I think you would do amazing with this. It's okay to reach out and get out of your comfort zone and do that. So I know that was an issue that was been discussed with some of the leaders. Let's see, we talked about 400 Club, ADBV. A lot of people have decided to turn their auto shipment off. And this is something that I don't think people realize how easy it is to not have to put money into the company so they don't have to pay for their auto shipment. Do you guys remember step 2 that we were talking about? If you would push every month to get at least 4 loyal customers, you're going to get 2 boxes of wraps. If you sell those every month, that's $75 and $75. That's $150. That's going to pay for your website, and that's going to pay for your auto shipment. So if you would make a commitment to sell at least 2 boxes of wraps a month, it's going to cover your auto shipment. So you're not going to be really putting any money into the company. So that's one thing that I know they talked about. The ADBV, if everybody, I did a study last month and the month before, and if everybody had ran their auto shipment, I know that I'm just going to take a person, I'm not going to say their name. They are an Emerald structure, and if everybody on their team had had just ran their auto shipment and kept it on, they would have had about $4,000 in just auto shipments, which would have made them be paid as an Emerald. But because they didn't run their ADB auto shipment, that person didn't get paid. So I think a lot of people don't realize the importance of that auto shipment. And if you don't have the money for that auto shipment, get you 2 Wrap Rewards and sell those and pay for your auto shipment and your website. You're not coming out of any money when you do that. That's how I do it every month. I make sure that I make sure that I try to sell my wraps so that I can pay for that. I know that there's one lady on my team that has a bit of an issue as far as with her being the leader of that leg. She feels like she does a lot of the work. I'm not sure if anybody else feels this way. I know I personally did in the beginning, where I felt like I was always giving my loyal customers out, and I was always giving my distributors out, and they weren't doing anything, the people that I were giving it to them. There's no law saying that we have to give you a loyal customer. There's no law that says we have to give you a distributor. We're doing that, and we worked hard for those, and we want to help you guys make money, because if you're not making any money, we're not either. So take it as a gift, but honor it and work with those people and help them if they are a distributor, and know that we're willing to help you, but you can't take them for granted. I've got some people that just assume that because I gave them little customers and distributors that they didn't have to work, and that's not the case. You still have to work. We can't do the work for you. Let's see. Another thing that's an issue right now that I have found, this might be for older distributors, is it is against compliance now for us to log into loyal customer accounts and distributor accounts. So if you are logging into somebody's that is not yours or your spouse's, it's a big no-no. There have been people that have been, their distributorship has been cut off because they are signing into their loyal customer accounts and their distributor accounts. So if you have somebody on your team that is constantly asking you to change their auto shipment for them, and they are a distributor, you need to get them into a reality check and say, hey, no more. You are a distributor, and you need to learn how to move around your own eSuite. You need to learn this, and you need to teach them this, but also tell them it's against compliance for you to continue helping them by fixing their auto shipment for them. They should know how to do that. One more thing, as far as I know on Heather's team, she had a couple people that didn't understand this. The $120 in free product, when you get your full loyal customers, you need to tell your distributors that are earning that, they've got 30 days to cash those in. If they don't cash their $120 in free product, they lose it. And there's been a couple people on our team that has lost it because they didn't do that. Same thing with Wrap Rewards. They expire too, so if you don't cash them in right away, you lose them as well. Heather had mentioned that she wanted me to discuss team meetings and One Team One Missions. We have a One Team One Mission coming up. I know Brittany just posted on KM Wraps the event. I know that she invited everybody that's on KM Wraps, so make sure you go in there and get your ticket. I think this is probably going to be the best One Team One Mission that you guys have ever seen. It is not going to be like any of the other ones. I suggest that you guys get there, because I really do feel like it's going to change your business, and it's going to motivate you like it has, like any other One Team Mission I've ever seen. But the importance of team meetings is, if you aren't, what do I want to plug it in? If you log into your eSuite, there's a calendar. You can go down and it shows you all the One Team One Missions in your area. So if you are not in our area, there are one-team missions that are always going about that you can plug yourself into. Don't be scared to go alone. You will find some really good friends there to sit with that you may not even known before. Team meetings, I know that from time to time we will Zoom them in and record them as well. So don't feel like because you're out of the state you won't be able to have access to us, because we are going to change that up a bit. My goal for March is to do a Zoom chat at least once a week with you guys, to just see where we're at and what we need to focus on, and even some Zoom chats one-on-one if we don't need to do it with the team. So I think that was all that I had to cover, and what some of the leaders asked me to touch base on. Oh yeah, and one more thing. With auto shipment, if you are running your auto shipment, you guys should have product on hand. Use that to build your own testimony, because your testimony for your results is what's going to help you get more loyal customers, because you can share your experience with them. So that was one last thing I forgot to cover. Kristen, if you're still on, if you'll unmute yourself. Brittany, you can unmute yourself. Michelle and Janie, if you guys have anything to add real quick, we got 1 minute.
I don't know who's going to go first. I think the importance on my end is a lot of the word vomit on my end. A lot of loyal customers get scared away because of so much that they say to them. If y'all want to reach out to a potential loyal customer, I would suggest that y'all ask them what their goals are. Don't say like, you can use this and you can take this or take this. You really honestly don't know what they need until they tell you what their goals are.
Yeah.
When they say that they're like 10 plus, I'd say maybe like ThermaFit, Fat Fighters, Green, something like that. But don't go like, oh, you need like over